Hello YouTube, my name is KimpoLimpo. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I got a special video for you guys. I have reacted to Zayn's debut album Mind of Mine, but I have ran into a little major freaking problem here. I've tried to upload the video here on YouTube, but the video is getting blocked because of copyright. It's not getting copyright claim or something like that. It's getting blocked. The only country that can see that video is United States and Canada, and it's blocked in the rest of the world. So that sucks. I've tried to fix it. I've tried to mix my reactions. I've tried to mix the songs so I don't get this block stuff, but nothing works. Believe me, I've tried, but I know there is reactions of Zayn's debut album on YouTube, and I don't know what I do wrong or what they are doing right, but I have a solution, because in this video I was about to do a little announcement. So I'm gonna do the announcement here. I'm gonna let you guys watch my edited version of Zayn's debut album Mind of Mine for free on my Patreon channel. Yes, I have a Patreon channel where you can become a supporter if you want to see the uncut reaction of Zayn Mind of Mine, and together with other reactions, uncut reactions that I have saved for the last couple of months. We have Taylor Swift, we have Harry Styles, and I think we have Louis Capaldi as well, and many more will come on that channel. So you don't need to be a paying supporter to see my edited reaction of Zayn's album Mind of Mine. So you can become a member and watch it, and if you want to see the uncut reaction, you can become a supporter, and I have 3 different payment levels, so you can choose whatever fits you. Basically, I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry if this is a little clickbait for you, but I wanted to address that. I've tried my absolute best to upload it here on YouTube, but because of the copyright law and the copyright owner, basically, they are blocking my video for I don't know what reason. If you want to see it, I will be more than happy if you can go to my Patreon page. It's linked in this video in the description, and you can watch it for free. So you don't need to pay to see it. That's about it. So this is a pretty much 3-minute long video, but I will do the rest of the video with just random stuff here. I can do like this. I can give you guys all my scores for every song on this video. But if you want to see the edited reaction, you can watch it for free on Patreon. Good idea, Kimpo. You're smart sometimes. So anyway, I wish you all a beautiful day, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Hope it don't get blocked. All right, take care and goodbye. First and foremost, I talked about it during the song, but I loved the production. It is very clean and very, how do you say, I just like the production. I loved how he has written a song. I guess he's been a part of the songwriting. I don't know if he's the only songwriter, but the song is really good, catchy. The video is very nice as well, very, you know, artistic. He's paying a lot of attention on the details, and yeah, overall it's a good start, really good start of an album. The melody hits me, you know, it's stuck in my mind. Very catchy melody. I didn't pay so much attention to the lyrics because I didn't watch the lyric video. It's a paradise and it's our war zone. You know, the first thing that pops up in my mind, it may be his departure from 1D. You know, he's a famous person. Everybody knows him. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna dive into it, of course, why Zayn left. But when you are leaving one of the biggest boy bands ever, you know, it's gonna be headlines. I know that some wrote that he had some trouble with the, I don't know if it was drugs. I think it was drugs, and maybe this is about that. You know, it's a paradise, but it's war zone. Could be about drugs. Could be about, you know, he's everything he does, everybody will know what he does, and if he makes a mistake, everybody will know it, and he will be punished for it, you know, in the media. But yeah, overall, it's a great song. It's a really good song and a really good start of this album. First reaction, first thought, first score that pops up is it's gonna be an 8.5. So really strong start here. Really good start. I enjoy this. It is a little banger. So take a little sip, people. Take a little sip. We're gonna move on with the next song called It's You. It's you. It's me. It's you. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I need to do this. Googling his album, because I get a lot of like R&B. Yeah, R&B, alternative R&B. I didn't know, to be very honest here, I didn't know it's gonna be like an R&B album. I just assumed or had a lot of preconceptions here that it's gonna be pop, just pop only, but it's not. But I wasn't ready for it. And to be very, very clear, I'm not an R&B person. I'm not saying I don't like R&B, but that's just not something that I usually listening to. So I'm just gonna say it. Maybe I need a couple of more listenings on some songs before I can like fully appreciate it. And this is probably one of those songs that I will be like, I'm gonna need a re-listen, a couple of re-listenings here. It's nothing bad with the song, but I just feel that it's not my cup of tea. I just gotta say though, I loved the lyric. It was a heart-breaking lyric. Really, really nice lyric. And I love his voice in this song. I love how he plays with the melodies and the falsetto. But overall, it was just maybe a little bit too slow for me. I'm probably gonna need another listen to maybe appreciate this song, but as of now, it's just an okay song. Nothing more, nothing less, and I think I'm just gonna head to the score here. My score for this song, it will be a 5. I gotta be honest here. It's not a super song for me, but maybe it can grow. Maybe it can grow to a 6 or maybe a 7. But as a first listen, it's just a 5. And don't get me wrong, 5, it's still an okay score. I'm just gonna leave it as it is and head to the next song, and that is BeFoUr. He has some crazy titles. BeFoUr are something. Before. God damn it. It's not BeFoUr. It's before. No! This song was a little bit better than the last one. Loved the groove. I loved the rhythm. And he had this sensual vibe in this song. So at first, I was like, is this about sex? But then I'm leaning towards something else here, but I could be very wrong. I've been wrong before when I'm analyzing the members of One Direction's music and lyrics. I got this feeling that this could be about his departure. Can tune my chords into your songs and then say what you want to say. And I feel that this could be also about the media, but I think at first listen, or my first thoughts, it's about his mates from 1D. Say what you want to say. I'm gonna leave. And this, I've done this before, not like this. And he's done this before in One Direction, releasing music, going on tour, singing, but not like this, going solo. I think I know what this song is about, but I could be very wrong, as always. Overall, it's a better song, for sure. It's not as good as Pillowtalk, in my opinion, but it's definitely a step up from It's You. This is a song I can definitely listen to on a daily basis. And my score will be a 7. So we're gonna move on with the next song called She. Really nice. Groovy, catchy, a little sensual, gotta say it. I don't know if this is a sensual song, but yeah. This was a better song. This song, had me directly from the beginning till the end. I loved like the way everything comes in with the instruments, the picking, groovy guitar, and the synth. I was talking about the synth as well, and the snaps. Loved it. Catchy melody as well. She wants somebody to love. Maybe I should listen more to R&B. This is a good song, a really good song. I loved it. It's catchy, it's groovy, not much to complain. So it is a little banger. So take a little sip, people. We love taking sips on this channel. So yeah, I'm gonna give this song an 8. 8 out of 10. It's a good song. Can definitely grow to 8.5, maybe a 9. We are up to something good here. We're gonna move on with the next song. Oh, am I gonna analyze the lyric? I think it's fun to do that, even though I'm right sometimes, I'm wrong mostly. But I think the song is about a girl. Could be a metaphor for something else that I'm not thinking of. But I feel that this is a girl that needs love. I just get this feeling that this girl are in love with Zayn, but he doesn't feel that way. Maybe it's a friend to him, I don't know. But because he sang it, she said she loved me. Could be like, or maybe it's a relationship that Zayn ended because didn't have those feelings anymore, but she wanted to continue. You guys let me know. Drop a comment or two. What do you think? Or if you know what Zayn said this song is about. 8 out of 10, she. And we move on with the next song called Drunk. Drunk all summer. Love the tune. Love the tune. Love the melody. I'm starting to feel like I should dive more into R&B music. Don't get me wrong here. I've never said I dislike R&B. It's just not something I usually listening to. This could be a pretty good introduction to R&B music because so far it has been a good vibe. It's good. It's good vibe. I like it. What is the song about? It's not about being drunk, but I think it's more about being drunk or getting high, but not in drugs. It's more like it's something about sensual vibes here. Late nights, red eyes. Maybe this is like a one-night stand or something. Right now, I'm emotional. He said something about I need ya. Yeah, here. I need ya. Overall, it's a good song. I loved the melody. I loved the groove. I loved the production. Once again, I'm just going to say it. He is very, very artistic in a very good way. I'm enjoying. I can hear his passion for the details. It's details in everything. The details, how the piano comes in and how he's singing as well, and everything. The piano, the guitar, and the drums and the beats and everything. Very, very artistic, and I appreciate that. It's fun to see, and especially here, you know, the passion for it, the passion for his type of music. This is Zayn in this album, and I feel that this is him. I'm gonna give another 7. Great song. So we're gonna move on with song number, what is it, 6, 7, and it's Intermission, Flower. Okay, I just realized that this is another short song, so I don't know if I can score it, but we're gonna give it a listen. Of course, I'm gonna react to it right here, right now. Interesting, and something I didn't expect. What is this language? Is it Arabic? I just need to Google. Flower is an experimental interlude in the form of spiritual Pakistani qawwali, ghazal. Zayn sings in Urdu. What is Urdu? Urdu is an Indo-Aryan language spoken chiefly in South Asia. National language and lingua, I don't know how to pronounce that, Franca of Pakistan. Okay, so I guess his father is from Pakistan, if I get this right. He's born in Bradford to an immigrant Pakistani Muslim father, Yasser Malik, and British mother, English and Irish descent, Trisha Malik. Okay, that was, I guess this is like a tribute to his father, to honor his, where he comes from, basically, and his heritage. It is hard to like judge a song when it's that short, but it was a nice melody. So I don't know if I'm gonna score it because it's so short. It's just like the intro here. It's too short to like score. It feels bad to score such a short song, but maybe I should. I mean, I did score Louis Tomlinson Only the Brave, and that is a very, very short. I think it's even shorter. 1 minute and 46 seconds. So it's 1 second longer than Flower. So I guess I need to score it. Nice tune, nice melody. I think this was a first for me. Haven't heard this Urdu language before. This is not something I'm like casually listening to, so it's hard to like score it. because I'm not an expert in this genre. It's not a bad song, so I'm just gonna be like that. I'm just gonna be like this. I'm gonna give this 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. It's a beautiful melody, but it's nothing like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever heard, but it's pretty good. We're gonna move on with the next song called Rare View. I gotta be honest here, this song didn't hit me. It was barely keeping me interested in this song. I think the song overall was pretty, how do you say it, flat. It's just not my cup of tea, basically. The lyrics was pretty interesting. Could be him reflecting on his life. I don't know. You guys will let me know in the comments if you know, or what are your theories about it. Maybe I need another listen as is you, because this song didn't hit me like nowhere, and maybe I should pay more attention to the lyrics and stuff. I don't know. But as a first listen, my first impression, first reaction, first review of the song, it's not a banger. It's not my cup of tea, basically. So I'm just gonna head to the score here, and it's gonna be around the same as It's You. I'm gonna give this song, I'm gonna be a little harsh now. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. No, God! So yeah, I just felt that this is just a song on an album. It's not a hit. It's not a single. Maybe it is a single. I don't know. 4.5 could be very harsh, but that's how it is sometimes. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna keep being honest. I'm not gonna give you scores to please you. I'm doing this for me. I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion, my honest reaction, and honest review. We're gonna move on with the next song called Wrong, and it's together with Kehlani. I don't know who that is, but I'm about to find out. All right. It was a great tune. I loved, once again, the production. I loved how he has written this song and how he plays with the vocals and the instruments as well. Overall, it's a pretty good song. It's not a banger, but yeah, it was a good step up. I needed a song like this. Because I was a little bit disappointed after Rare View. I want to keep on with songs like She and Drunk, and yeah. So we are back, baby. We are back on good scores now. Pretty good song, and I'm just gonna enter the score, and my score will be a 6.5. We're gonna move on with the next song called Fool for You, and I'm a little bit slower now, and I have a reason for it, because I have a little buddy here. I have my little cat with me now. Drop a like if you love cats. She's a star. But now we're gonna pay attention to Zayn and Fool for You. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a banger. Take a sip. Take a sip. This is the best song so far. Holy shit. I am in love with this song. I loved basically everything. You know, he was very low in his vocals in the beginning. And then, I mean, the smashing chorus. I'm a fool. Really good song. Really nice tune. And I felt this vulnerable version of Zayn. He is in love with someone and is not a good person. Feels like it's not a good person. What more can I say than, you know, I love this song. I do. Love basically everything. So I'm just gonna head to the score, people. I'm just gonna head to the score. I'm not gonna analyze it so much more. So my score will be, it will be a 10. Take a sip. Another sip. It's a banger. And I got these like old school R&B vibes, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone will write or has written a comment on this song and be like, oh, he stole this melody from an old R&B artist or stuff like that. But I don't care. This is the first time I'm hearing this song. Maybe I've heard the original, if you know what I mean. I feel that I've heard this melody before. I've heard this song before, but I don't know where. and maybe it's just that good that it makes me think I've heard this before. Maybe I've heard this song before. I don't know, but I like this song. I really do, and I don't care if this is a complete ripoff of an old song. I don't care about that. He still deserves a 10 for that vocal performance as well. Thank you, Zayn. Thank you for that. And we're gonna move on with the next song called Bordersz. Bordersz. As I said during reacting to this song, the chorus was quite good, but I was not a big fan of the verse. But it is like, according to me, I could be very wrong here, a typical R&B song. Like, she is the life of the party. And this is where my musical taste and preferences are coming in. I realize now that this is an R&B album. Maybe this is just not for me. Not every song. I mean, I just gave Zayn a 10. I'm not saying that this album is not for me. I'm just saying that some songs that are maybe for some people much more appreciating than it is for me, because I'm not a typical R&B person. I'm not listening a lot of R&B songs or music. So maybe this is not that easy for me to appreciate, and maybe not that easy to enjoy, basically. But the chorus was quite nice. It was a nice groove overall in it, so it's not gonna be a super bad score. I just wanna clear things out that I'm not a super big fan of the song, basically. And maybe if I was more into R&B songs, I could appreciate songs like Bordersz, and maybe It's You as well. I'm gonna hit the score, and I'm gonna give this song, I'm gonna give it a 6. So it's not a bad song. It's an okay song, but nothing more, nothing less. We're gonna move on, as always, with the next song called Truth. The lyric was very interesting because I get those kind of 1D vibes again, and I could be once again very wrong here, but I'm gonna speak my truth here and my theory around this song. And I feel that this could be like when Zayn left 1D and how he felt, that he was singing about, this ain't my scene, I got caught up in this game, I won't point any fingers. I could be very wrong, but I'm gonna stick to that theory as of now. It could be like him explaining that this is what he wants to do, and this is the music and the genres he prefers to do. I respect that, I really do. And I mean, they put the guys together and created this massive band called One Direction. And you know, based on Zayn now, and I reacted to Harry Styles and Louis and Niall, I mean, they are very different in genres. We have Louis, who has more like punk rock vibes. We have Niall, who is very pop with, you know, this, how do you say it, pop melodic melodies. And Harry Styles, who is experimenting from one album to another. And then we get Zayn with R&B. And I mean, One Direction will always be One Direction. Zayn's music and Harry's music, Niall's music, Louis' music, and Liam's music as well. I guess Liam will be, you know, not One Direction music as well. I guess that this was what Zayn felt, that he wanted to do his music, and I don't know if he got tired of the band, I mean the music they created or something. I don't know what caused Zayn to leave the band, but what I know is that it was his decision. He wasn't kicked out of the band, it was him leaving the band. I mean, it's a big step. It's a very risky step to take, going from being one of the most successful boy bands of all time, to leave that and focus and do your own solo music and solo career. It's a risky step to take, and I have much respect for that. I have so much respect for that. I'm sorry, I need to open the door for my cat. Yeah, I have so much respect for that. That, you know, he was the first to leave the band, and after that, they took a break. I think that was what they were saying, that they're gonna take a break. Yeah, I have so much respect for that. It's not an easy step to take, but I fully respect for that. And yeah, back to the song. I think that is about One Direction, him leaving One Direction and speaking the truth. He won't point any fingers, because it was always his choice to join the band, but I also respect the choice that he was leaving the band as well. Overall, it wasn't, once again, my cup of tea, melody wise, and it didn't like interested me enough to say this is a really good song. So I'm just gonna head to the score now, and I'm gonna give it another 6. So we're gonna leave the song as it is, and we're gonna move on with the next song called Lucozade. Lucozade. I think that's how you pronounce it. Lucozade. We didn't have a chorus, right? Maybe I missed it. Yo, this song was interesting. We didn't have a chorus, right? Or am I missing something? This song was very, very different. This song stood out in a very interesting way. To be completely honest here, I have no clue what this song is about. I felt that he was just spitting words. Felt like maybe a diary or like a story. He was telling me about something, and maybe I'm not fully focused here, so I can like understand what this song is about. I'm sipping pink Lucozade. What is pink Lucozade? What is Lucozade? I'm sipping pink Lucozade. Is that a drink? Yeah, it's a drink. It's a British brand of soft drinks and energy drinks manufactured and marked by the Japanese company. Okay, I have never seen a Lucozade bottle before. How about that? I don't know what this song is about, so I'm not gonna analyze it. And if you know what this song is about, drop a comment or two. And if I'm right about this song doesn't have a chorus, let me know as well. This song was very interesting, and I liked the groove. I loved the tempo. I think that is my main problem with not Zayn's album, but with R&B music overall. I think this genre is a little bit too slow for me in my musical taste. I can definitely listen to R&B. I can definitely listen to slow songs, but when it's like the same tempo, it's the same like slower vibes, it's hard for me to keep being interested in the song. And I think that is my main problem. If I'm just listening to maybe Rare View and then go to another genre, maybe I can appreciate that song a little bit more. I don't know if this is like an album for me, but there's definitely songs for me here. Don't get me wrong here. There's definitely songs for me on this album. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna skip this song, I'm gonna skip that song, I'm not gonna skip any song. I'm gonna do a revisit, I'm gonna do a re-listening of this whole album for sure. I don't know if this album is the album for me, but it's pizza time. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna score the song. Overall, I like this song. Don't get me wrong, I like this song, and I appreciated this faster tempo song. I don't know if R&B is the genre for me. I can definitely listen to R&B. I can definitely appreciate R&B, but I don't know if I can listen and appreciate a whole album. I don't know. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Who knows? But anyway, I'm gonna score it, and based on the difference in this song comparing to the others, it's gonna be a little bit higher, and I loved it. I loved that he skips the chorus completely, if I'm right, but I'm not gonna lower the score if I'm wrong. So my score will be a 7.5. So I'm gonna take a little quick pause here because I'm gonna eat. My wife has ordered pizza, so I'll be back. And the next song will be Tio. Fun fact, Tio in Swedish means 10. Wouldn't that be cool if we were on the song 10? But we aren't. I get it now. Tio is take it off. Big brain. Take him off. Sensual vibe here. Sensual vibe. Sensual lyric. sensual groove, sensual melody. This song is sensual.
Take it off.
This song is a little banger. We can take a little sip here. Take a little sip. I need a refill. But yeah, overall, I don't think I need to analyze what the song is about. It is about getting intimate. Just take it off, exploring. I like it. This is one of the better songs from this album, according to me, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna head to the score. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. We're gonna move on with the next song called Blue. It's once again, I just need to say it once again. I love that Zayn puts so much heart in every song. And don't get me wrong when I say that a song doesn't speak to me. It's my musical taste and my musical preferences, but I can still hear his passion for his music. That doesn't take anything away from him. My score has nothing to do with me being impressed by him and his music. I just wanted to say that I hear his passion, I hear his soul in every song. And this whole album, how many songs have I listened to so far? 15 songs, and I'm very, very impressed. And this is his debut album, and he was the first of the members in One Direction with the solo album, his debut album. I've said when I reacted to Louis, to Harry, to Niall, and now Zayn, I feel a little bit ashamed, and with Taylor Swift as well, that I have been avoided this kind of music because it's really good. It's impressingly good. Is that a word? Impressingly? You get what I mean. This song took me away in a dream. I felt like I was in a dream. And speaking of the details, I mean the details in this dream, in my dream. I mean the and then the soft but still a little bit massive piano. It felt like a giant. He was playing in a giant room, like a cathedral or something, and then just his vocals just floating with beautiful notes. Overall, it's a good song. So I'm gonna head to the score. I will give it another 8.5. This song was really good. I liked it. We're gonna wrap this album up with the next song called Bright. This song got me in a good mood. I don't know what this song is about, to be very honest, but it was something about this girl. I wanna see you bright, and that could be like him telling this girl that I want to see you for as you are, skip the makeup, skip the filters on Instagram, and I just want to appreciate you for exactly who you are. It was once again this, sensual vibes, and it fits him. It fits him really good. It fits his voice, it fits his lyric, fits the melody as well. Yeah, this song is quite good. So I'm just gonna head to the score, babies. I'm just gonna head to the score. We are on a good run. Lucozade 7.5, T.O. 8.5, Blue 8.5, and now we got Bright. It's up there. It's up there together with the songs I just said. My score will be another 7.5. So we're gonna move on with not the last song, but the next last song for this album. It's Like I Would. Wow. This was a shit. I need a refill because this song is a banger. Hold my beer. Wow. I definitely understand why this song, I mean, if I'm going through Spotify here, Blue 26 million plays, Bright 26 million, Like I Would 265 million plays. I understand it. I do. I loved basically everything. I mean, the attitude in his vocals. I mean, it started so like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? It's been a while. Caught my attention immediately. What is this song about? It's about a girl who he broke up with, I guess, or he got dumped. I don't know, or something, and she has moved on with someone new, but he won't love you like I would. Everything is so, it fits the album, and I feel that the album needed a song like this. I mean, we had a similar song in Pillowtalk, but I needed like at least another one like that. And Like I Would is definitely up there together with Pillowtalk. I needed a hit like this. This should smash the charts when it came out, and I believe or guess that it did. It's groovy, it's catchy, really good melody. I'm gonna say once again, the attitude in his vocals, really nice. It fits the lyric so well. Less talking and more scoring. So my score for this song, it will be it will be a 9. The song is a banger, and we are about to wrap this album up. If you haven't done it already, because we are on the last song now, please smash the like button. Don't forget to do that. And if you are new here and don't want to miss the next Zayn reaction or the next reaction overall, don't forget to subscribe as well. All right, let's wrap this album up with She Don't Love Me, and he ends with the falsetto that I love. All right, that is it. She Don't Love Me. This song has a really good groove. It was groovy from the beginning till the end. I talked about it in another song. It had me from like the first note till the end, and I feel the same here. This is the better part. If I'm looking at the scores here, we started really good with Pillow Talk, and then we just went down with It's You, then we Get Up Before, and She, Drunk, Intermission, Rear View, Wrong, and then we just kept being here. Fool for You, it's a 10, so we went straight up, and then we went back again. But I feel that the second half slash, or more like the end of this album, is my personal favorite here, with some exceptions such as Fool for You and Pillow Talk. She is a good song as well. Back to the last song, She Don't Love Me. I love it. It has a nice groove. I love how, once again, he's putting his heart and passion, and I hear the details that are very important in this song, but in every song as well. I can hear how he is in the studio and plays it, or just tell for example, the drummer, be like, okay, do like this. He is impressing, and I'm gonna give it a score based on my moves. It's gonna be a pretty good score. It's gonna be pretty high. So I'm gonna give it the last song for this album, and I'm gonna give it an 8. That is it. That is the whole album, Mind of Mine. I'm not gonna include the first song because it's an intro, so I'm not gonna include it in the scoring. But overall, my thoughts is pretty much the same as when I reacted to a lot of artists on this channel. I prefer to react to artists that I have never heard of, because that is like the coolest experience for me, to be like, holy shit, I've been sleeping on so many good artists, and Zayn is one of them for sure. Even though I'm not a super fan of R&B, he kept me interested enough to go through this album and feel like this was worth it. This was worth it for sure. I also gotta be honest, like after Rear View, Wrong, and besides Fool for You, but Bordersz and Truth, I was like, maybe this is not the album for me. Maybe Zayn is not the artist for me. But the end of this album made me believe in it, and made me like, okay, I'm gonna do a re-listen. I'm definitely gonna do that. I was gonna do that anyway, because I want to give an album a second chance, even though it got a very high score or a very low score. I'm always giving every album a second chance, at least one second chance. My favorite song, Fool for You, no doubt about it. Like I Would was a massive song. Pillow Talk, a really good song. T.O., really nice. I mean, we have many great songs on this album, so don't get me wrong when I'm talking about maybe this is not my style, maybe this is not my taste. We have some really good songs on this album. So what I'm gonna do now, what I've always done, I'm gonna add all the scores and divide it by not 18, right? It's 17, because I am excluding Mind of Mind, the intro. There we have it. All right, fast forward, Kimpo. So the average score of this album is 7.26. So according to the average score, the overall score should be or could be somewhere between 7 and 7.5. As of first listen, I feel the average score is pretty right, and my overall score for this album, Zayn, Mind of Mine, will get a 7 out of 10. It's a really good album, and if you think about it, it's his debut album, and getting a 7 out of 10 is pretty damn good. A pretty damn good job, especially when you are doing music that I'm not super familiar with, R&B, alternative R&B music. So I'm very impressed that he kept me interested, and I'm giving an R&B album a 7 out of 10. So maybe I'm sleeping on a genre that I should dive more into. And I know that Zayn has, 2 more albums. I don't know if he is doing R&B on every album. I'm assuming that he does. Maybe he doesn't. But if he still does R&B, I have more R&B music coming up, because I want to dive more into his music. And if you want to be a part of that, and if you want to let me know that I should continue reacting to Zayn's music, drop a like on this video for me, my beautiful penguin towel in the background. And if you are new here and don't want to miss the next video, don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you are here as a Patreon supporter watching the uncut reaction, I thank you so much for watching. And if you are here on YouTube, I thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your love, and thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I wish you all a beautiful day. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and of course I want to hear your thoughts about Zayn's album as well. What is your favorite song? Do you have some cool explanations on some songs, some theories and stuff like that? I love to hear that. So drop a comment or two, and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Until next time, I wish you all a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.